All right, another day. I felt compelled today to speak about this twin flame journey again. You know, somebody told me the other day, how do you know that you're on one? How do you know that you are in a twin flame relationship? And really, maybe it's just the words, the title, but it's the same as, I found my soulmate or I'm in a karmic relationship. These are all titles, but it's what you really feel. A twin flame relationship is kind of different. No, it really is different. And there's typically one person may not be completely in sync, in tune with what's happening in the relationship. Now they're completely aware of the things that are happening. They're completely aware of the connection in which it is, whether it's hard for them to say or not, is very, very different than things that they have experienced before. And I'm not just speaking for me and what I might have experienced, but it's through other people who I've conversed with, talked with, and shared thoughts with. Investigative work, reading, looking at other people and the things that they've gone through. And it seems to be that there is that common thread that this journey, the twin flame journey, is one that takes you on almost a spiritual journey. It's like this, the awakening. It's the awakening of your spirit, your soul, which in that process, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of letting go, there's a lot of surrendering. And the surrendering is the hard part for most. It's really, truly letting go of everything. That in itself is so dang hard. But once you get there, once you get to that point of letting go, it's like, the door opens to things. Now, the other question that was asked, and I'm just touching on the twin flame thoughts as far as I'm concerned, but how does it become one with just everyday life? And that question seemed odd for me because for me, I see this as a spiritual awakening, the coming together with your twin, reconnecting for however long. It might be for a minute, it might be for longer, it might be for the rest of your time. But it's the connection itself in which it ignites your awakening. Now, does it happen instantly for some? Yes, but for others it may take just a little bit. And so it's that whole process of opening up. And this other person is the one that ignites the awakening. Now, how do both of them, this awakening and your everyday life, how does it come to be one? And for me, I find that in this walk, this spiritual walk that I'm on, this awakening, it changes everything about me. It changed my walk. It changed the way I see things. It changed, like now. This, I come down to get my energy boost. This quiets everything about me. And so I'm now in tune to seek this out wherever I might find it. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it might be we're up in the hills, but it's finding your peace. And now how does it, again, how I combine the two together is in how I walk, my everyday walk. Everything has changed. How I see things, how I'm in nature, how I feel nature, how I talk to people, how I see people, how I understand people, how I'm able to see past things that what people say. Now I can actually hear what's coming from the soul. Not so much what's coming out of the mouth, but the soul. And that's where most of your answers will go, unnoticed, because most people take the other at face value. What are you saying to me? You say X, you mean X. And sometimes, most times, on this walk, things open up inside you to where all of a sudden, you start listening here. And you start hearing this vibration that comes from this other person or anyone. And you start hearing something that doesn't match the words that come out. This is where this twin flame journey has changed me considerably. It's opened me up to who I've always been, but it also making me very much aware of what I've always been. And this is the beauty of the journey. This is the beauty of the journey. Whether we're in connection or not, we're always connected. That's the thing that never leaves. We're not physically. Here, it's a soul connection that never goes. Distance doesn't make a difference, nor does time. So it's just what is. And so the goal should be to find you. Find you. And I'm going to leave you at that. I'm going to do a little short one. This is all this is. Just I had the 2 questions. The twin flame journey, which I touched on a little bit, not enough, but how does this work in your everyday life? How does this affect you? That, I believe, affects everything that you are once you open up here. And that's part of the awakening. Once you start becoming open here, and it's because of this other person, your connection, your twin flame, things open. And when they do, get ready, because everything in your life changes. It changes. And it changes for the way it's always supposed to have been. You just come back to you. So with that, I'm going to leave you. As always, be well, be love, always. Until next time, stay awesome.